The debate over Barack Obama's healthcare plan is still raging, and I do mean raging. The opposition sounds like it's just itching for an excuse to wipe out the president and anyone who supports him. I've been reading some articles about it lately, and it's just insane what's going on down there. Thanks to Sarah Palin, the official douchebag of 2008, an urban legend has now come up that Obama's universal health care plan calls for a so-called death panel that can supposedly choose to pull the plug on the disabled and elderly. I cannot say clearly enough, this is completely untrue, much like pretty much every other political tidbit to come out of this bitch's mouth. But because the supposedly Christian America has a psychotic allergy to anything vaguely socialist, this has been spread like the Black Death. Interestingly, these same people don't seem to have a problem with private insurance companies making basically the exact same decisions right now. What I never cease to find astonishing is that many of the conservatives slagging this idea include Christian groups. Now, I'm not an expert on the Bible, but can someone please explain to me where God or Jesus ever said in there that only the wealthy deserve to be healed? After all, I do know that Jesus' ministry made a very big deal of helping the poor at just about any cost, and at least one story in the Bible says pretty clearly that if you don't help the poor, you're going to hell. The scary thing about this hysteria and rage is that it doesn't even make sense. Those so opposed to it that they bring automatic rifles to Obama's town hall meetings say that it's about protecting the Constitution, though I have no idea how giving health care to everyone damages the Constitution at all. They say it's just a step below what happened when Hitler took over. Yeah, somehow I doubt that anyone who is in Auschwitz would agree with you guys. They even say that it will somehow wipe out the lower class. Okay, hold on. The present private system is the one that clearly doesn't care about people who don't make a lot of money, because you have to pay through the nose for anything more serious than a cold. Furthermore, a lot of conservatives tend to say that the poor deserve all the misery they get anyway, so why the fuck would people like you be complaining about a system that you say would wipe them all out? For God's sake, if you're going to be full of shit, you can at least try not to sound like fucking imbeciles while you're at it. With people like this, it's no wonder the U.S. is seen by everyone else as a bunch of inbred cockbites who couldn't spell their way out of the third grade. Oh, and those guys who have signs that say death to Obama, real smart. Before I go, I just wanted to apologize if this comes off as particularly profane or pissed off, even for me, but this just makes no sense to me at all. Why, in any nation, never mind one of the wealthiest in the world, does anyone claiming to be human find it acceptable to deny health care to about 50 million people? Why are the same people supporting that idea often the same ones claiming that America is and must always be a devoutly religious nation when their attitude doesn't match a single religion on the planet? Why are the American people as a whole apparently so fucking lazy that they can't be bothered to even go on the internet, spend 5 minutes on Snopes, and find out how much of this is true and how much of it is fear-mongering horseshit from political sociopaths who think everyone but the super rich is an expendable resource to be consumed and thrown away? That's it for me.